So I'm here with another great and powerful, and I have to add, timely Quibi series, Quibi drama, Free Rayshawn. It's a narrative about a young Black war veteran who basically barricades himself in his apartment with his wife and his young son as he after being framed by the police for a crime that he did not commit. I want to welcome our panelists, Emmy nominee stars, Lawrence Fishburne, Stephon James, and Jasmine Cephas Jones. So before we jump into the conversation, we're going to show the trailer first.
Daddy! Stay away from the window.
Ray, what is going on?
Ain't no more picking this up. I'm in here with my wife and my 5-year-old son. Police sent me up. And now they trying to kill me. What's your name?
Lieutenant Stephen Boynton. You're in a bad spot. Came up here to try and help you with that.
I was made in America.
Either you come out on your own, or SWAT's bringing your ass out in a body bag.
Look, that young man doesn't have to die. He wants to be heard.
And now you just gotta trust me.
I served my time for America.
Y'all ain't coming in here.
Red team leader, you're clear to set charge.
My wife, my son shouldn't have to dodge bullets.
Just stay with me, Rayshawn.
The whole world's watching. They try and bury me and my family.
I can't do a goddamn thing for you if you don't let me.
He's paid in America. I was raised in America. And this is all I ever known. If I'm wrong, you better come save me, America.
Nice.
Nice, really. The trailer really says it all about this drama, very timely drama. It was 15 minutes filled with heart-pounding cliffhanger after cliffhanger. Very, very intense stuff. So can each of you guys just go around and just talk about what drew you to this project and why it was important for you to be a part of it? And we'll start with you, Stephon.
The first time I heard about this project, Antoine and I sat down and he pitched me this modern day take on Dog Day Afternoon. And Dog Day Afternoon was like one of my favorite films, period. So to have the opportunity to do something that felt exciting, it felt like an edge of your seat sort of thriller. Then about this young man who barricades himself inside his apartment with his wife and 5-year-old son. To ultimately try to negotiate his release. And to me, it just felt poignant. It felt necessary. I just felt like it would be a heck of a role to be able to step into, and it would be meaningful. And so to do it with Antoine and with these guys, it was a no-brainer for me.
What about you, Jasmine?
I was one of the last people to kind of come on to the project. I read the script. I absolutely love the script. I saw everyone who was attached. And I mean, kind of the same as Stephon, it was like a no-brainer. It's, you always kind of want to be a part of something that reflects the times and, use your artistry to help make the world a better place. And this is one of those pieces, So immediately I was like, absolutely.
I was just honored to be asked to work with Antoine Fuqua. I had known Seth Mann for some years, had been aware of his work, so it was going to be a great treat to work with him as well as to work with Stephon and Jasmine. I mean, this story is so powerful. The telling of this story is so necessary, unfortunately, at this moment, and it reflects so much of what's going on in our country today. I was just very excited to be a part of it, and also to be a part of Quibi, you know, in the birth of, you know, this new sort of platform. It was exciting for me to be involved in something like this.
So we're gonna play the first clip out of two, and this clip is with Stefan, your character Rayshawn, and Lawrence, your character Lieutenant Pointy, and this is the first time that Pointy goes up to the apartment to check on how Rayshawn and his family are doing, and then ask him what he's gonna do about everything that's going on. So let's play the clip first.
Where you from?
I'm from Baltimore.
Hey, slow it
Came
down.
down here when I was 10 years old. Now, can I come in, see if your family's all right?
No.
Report that?
No. Right now, I want you to stand right there. You answer me how my family is. You know how my family is. You listening to that bullshit, huh? That bullshit they feeding you about making me feel like I'm in control?
Look, man, ain't nobody said nothing about
Don't
you.
get condescending, Lieutenant Pointy. My wife, my son shouldn't have to dodge bullets.
No, they shouldn't. Came up here to try and help you with that. But what you doing about it?
Wow.
Lawrence, what's going on? What's your reaction to this?
I just, you know, I mean, it's really impactful. It's really powerful. That's a great scene.
Mhm.
And again, all of this stuff was really on the page. You know, we made our changes and our adjustments as you know, as we worked on things day to day. But the bones of the story were absolutely there. And you know, Seath and Antoine were always encouraging us to bring, you know, more to it. And so that's, you know, that's why I'm laughing, because I'm happy, because the scene just plays so beautifully.
Yeah. And I thought that was an interesting scene too. The way that Rayshawn kind of takes to Pointy fairly quickly, and there's a line in there which I thought was really interesting too, when he says something like black cops are usually worse than white cops.
Mm-hmm.
I'm paraphrasing. So Stefan, can you talk about why was your character Rayshawn able to let Pointy in? And also, Lawrence, can you talk about what it was about Rayshawn or even Pointy's past that made him so inclined to help him?
Well, I know you probably couldn't tell in that scene, but inside I was just geeking out because I was acting like so that's where a lot of that came from. You know, you let a guy in and you've been watching him your whole life, you know, something like that.
For me, Pointy's past, obviously, yeah, the fact that he had killed a young boy, you know, who was unarmed, you know, makes every one of these kind of encounters with him is, you know, he has to second guess himself. And also he's dealing with a young black male, you know, so, you know, there are things that he doesn't have to explain to me. You know, we have things in common as young black males. Although I'm older, you know, my experience as a black man in America is not different from his. So I think we share that. We have that in common. And it's really about, you know, earning each other's trust. It's really important for Pointy to earn Rayshawn's trust if he is going to be helpful to him in this very, very complicated and volatile situation.
By the way, I think it's vice versa. You know, I think that Rayshawn's looking at Pointy, and in a way he sees it as his only shot, his only opportunity out. Because when he looked out, he didn't see any other black cops. And Pointy in the face, he says, "Man, this is probably my last hope in this man." So he's inclined to reason with him on those grounds.
Okay, and so this next clip is with Jasmine, your character, and Stefan. This is when you guys are you're basically asking him for answers, like what's going on, and there's a little bit of an indication that they might have some challenges when it comes to honesty. So let's let's play the clip.
Talk.
How's he holding up?
He just saw his father waving a gun. Bullets flying over our heads. What do you think?
I'm trying to keep us alive.
I am not a soldier under your command, Ray. I am your wife. And I need you to talk. Now.
What do you want me to say, huh? Tell me what you want me to say.
I want the truth.
They try and talk me into a drug deal. I wasn't down with it. That's the truth.
Some cops you've never seen, never met, just magically walked up to you asking for drugs?
Well, so all of a sudden I want to build a drug empire under your nose?
Ray.
Huh? Because we got all the shit that comes with the drug game, right? Marble floors, jacuzzis, the beds outside. You believe in that bullshit now? God. I was gonna do what I had to do to make the rent, but I walked away.
They said you tried to kill a cop.
But what I'm saying...
Because you always tell the truth, right?
So Jasmine, can you just break down that scene for us? What would you say was going through her mind during all this stuff?
She, you know, the first half of this whole entire series, no one's answering any of her questions. And so she's bottling all of this emotion inside of her about being honest and talking about the truth, you know, and it's actually the only scene where, you know, it's one of the scenes where it's kind of quiet, you know, and she kind of challenges him, you know, a couple of minutes later, you know, he's like, sit down, sit down, sit down. And she's like, no, like, I'm not going to sit down. Or that was before. I can't remember. But basically she's just really challenging him in this moment. And I remember Fuqua was talking about this scene earlier before we shot it, of what would happen when you're kind of in these circumstances, and like, what would a couple talk about? What would they bring up? What wouldn't they bring up? You know? And I think this was kind of Taisha's way of getting him to talk. You know, she was like, you don't want to talk about this? I'm going to stand in front of this window, one. And two, I'm going to bring up something that you don't want to talk about, that you probably don't think that I know. If this is the only way that I'm going to get answers from you, like, I have to challenge you. And so she does. And that's why I love her so much, because she doesn't take any crap.
And just to wrap up, I just love that this show mentions the names of Tamir Rice and Mike Brown. And I love that it gives these people who were killed by police a platform and sort of pays homage to them. Did being able to say their names in that moment, did it add a certain type of energy to your performance? Did it do anything sort of elevate the situation that was happening? Stefan, what did being able to mention these guys, what did that do for you in your performance?
I mean, it's everything. It's the reason why you make a movie like this. You know, for me, even though, you know, Rayshawn is this fictitious character, I mean, all these characters are made up. They're very representative of real life people. You know, human beings. A man who is a father, is a husband, is an ex, you know, war veteran, you know, somebody who served for his country. So I think you get to see the colors of the human beings, you know, that really exist inside these people. And I think that's pretty much our job, is to give these people a level of depth, to give them a level of humanity, to make them relatable and understandable. And I think if we did that, we did our job.
Yeah. Well, Lawrence, Jasmine, and Stefan, I want to say thank you again for joining us today.
Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you, guys.